prosecute violent criminals and get them off our streets. Weaponization ends, and it ended the day that Donald Trump took office. And the American people saw that crystal clear because they elected him by a landslide.
But, you know, we also saw, for example, you know, I know you know the value of Mar-a-Lago. It's worth over $1 billion. We had a judge in New York value it at $18 million, which was a joke and didn't care. You have local prosecutors like Alvin Bragg. The statute of limitations had run out on what was a legal NDA put together by an attorney and labeled as a legal expense, and then came up with a novel legal theory to go after Donald Trump. And they got away with that, and nobody on the left seemed to care. And I watched during your hearings and the hearings of others, now all of a sudden the left, they never uttered a word, their silence was deafening about unequal justice under the law. Now all of a sudden they seem to fear that which they did to Donald Trump might be done to them. Have you noticed the same thing I have?
Well, sure, I saw it with Adam Schiff in his hearing, and in fact, he received a pardon from President Biden, which is very telling to me. He received a pardon along with Liz Cheney. They were more worried about Liz Cheney in my confirmation hearing than the crime in California that's skyrocketing. So it's truly remarkable, this double standard that they have been professing and projecting throughout our country. But it has ended, Sean.
With that, there are many, many employees of the Justice Department that were a part of that weaponization. Did they have an obligation not to participate in it, speak out against it? And if they didn't do so, would that be disqualifying in your mind?
Sean, certainly. You have to follow the ethical standards of being a prosecutor, and you have to follow the law. And that's why we have signed multiple executive orders taking us back to our core function of prosecuting real crime and violent crime. And that's how this Justice Department will function, and that's how President Trump wants this administration to function, even-handedly and fair, and restore integrity